So I have most people know this too. I've been pretty open about it because I did not grow up an Alabama fan or an Auburn fan or anything like that. I actually grew up a Florida Gator fan because my parents. I grew up huge Gator. In high school was like the peak of Florida football. Tim Tebow, Urban Meyer, Percy Harvin was great. Ended up going to the University of Florida my freshman year, and just was not a good fit for me. I made some really good friends, still keep in touch with some of them. Uh, I go back to Gainesville every once in a while when I get a chance, if I can. But just wasn't a good fit for me. I went to high school in Alabama, and I actually visited Alabama and Auburn. I enjoyed both schools, had really good friends and connections at both schools. And I made the wrong decision the first time picking myself. So I let fate pick for me. I flipped a coin, 50-50 shot, landed on tails. So tails, Alabama, heads was Auburn. Flipped the coin, landed on tails, apply the transfer the next day, and then the rest is history. I've been there since. And so there was a legit 50-50 shot of me being a Barner.
Oh my gosh. Thank God
Wow.
fate stepped in. I mean, truly.
And I will say too, I've it was I gave both schools a fair shot, but Alabama was the best decision I ever made. Great school of communications. The people I met, the fraternity brothers, the friends, the countless memories I made, like will never be able to be replaced.
I always tell people when, because even in Chicago, I would have coworkers whose kids or cousins or somebody was thinking about Alabama and they'd ask me about it. And I always told them, if you don't want to go to Alabama, don't visit.
Yeah.
Because the moment you visit, you're going.
Well,
That
that's what happened to my sister. My parents would not let my sister go visit Alabama. Funny enough, I told her to go visit. She was set on going to some school up north. I told her to go visit Ole Miss because Ole Miss was another school that I loved and I thought I had a great time. She went there within an hour of her visit. She's like, I'm going to school here. Same thing would happen if she would have went to Bama though.
Yep, absolutely. I think that's something really special about these big SEC schools. You get on campus and there's just a feeling there. There's all of those traditions, there's all of the pageantry, and they're beautiful campuses.
Yeah.
They really do just envelop you in, feel like your family. You get there, like there's this spark and there's something you want to be a part of. And I think that's pretty consistent across most SEC schools.
It is.
Which
And I think too is like being up in Big Ten country right now, being in the Midwest. Like I've had a chance to go to East Lansing. I've gone to Madison a week ago, which I will say some of the nicest fans I've met. They're great time. Done Ann Arbor, done Northwestern, done some other games. You can't replicate what the SEC is. I think the closest you could probably get would probably be like a Nebraska, which I give them more. I think they're original Big 12 and Big 10 in every time. And then I would say Ohio State's up there too. I went to a game in the Big House a few years ago, and it was really cool. It was very unique. It was cool. They were playing Michigan State. They were blowing them out. Um, but it just didn't feel like an SEC. It didn't feel like I was at like a Death Valley or an Athens or a Knoxville or a Tuscaloosa. Like it just didn't feel. It didn't even feel like Jordan Hare. It didn't. It was something. It was missing something.
Mhm. Yep, definitely the humidity, which God bless them for that.
Yes.
The early September games are not for the weak.
They're not. They build
Talks
character.
hydrate, children, hydrate.